Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Soul Searchers. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jade, and I am the founder of Soul Searchers. And what we are doing tonight is a live oracle card reading for the collective, and then some individual cards, depending on how many people we have on and all that good stuff. If you have any questions about oracle card readings or tarot card readings, or any of the cards we pull tonight, please feel free to ask. Leave it in the comments and I will happily answer. If you have anything that's more personal, you're always more than welcome to message me privately via the Soul Searchers Facebook page. I know not everybody wants all their business out there on social media. There's that. And if you are watching the replay, don't forget to comment #replay. And please feel free to say hi, drop a comment. I may not see it right away, especially if you're watching the replay, but I will definitely respond as soon as I see it. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and put some music on so there's something in the background for you guys. Get our live shared. Hi, Sheila. How are you? See if we can get some more people on, and then I'll get started. So let me put on some music for all you lovely people. And please let me know if you can hear it, if it's too loud, too quiet, whatever the case may be. I don't want it to be too overpowering to where you guys can't hear me. Okay. And let me get our live shared out. Okay. There we go. How has your week been so far, Miss Sheila? Good, I hope. All right. And a reminder for everyone, the comments are a little bit delayed. So if you leave a comment and you're watching live and I don't respond right away, it's just because I haven't seen it yet. It takes about 5 to 10 seconds for it to pop up from the time you leave the comment till the time I actually see it. So I'm not ignoring you, I promise. It just hasn't popped up yet. I am doing well. I'm getting back into the groove of things, going to start doing lives more regularly. And our Facebook posts will be coming up more often. I'm going to try and do a #Tarot Tuesdays and do a tarot reading for the collective every Tuesday. And then Thursdays, I'm going to have a Third Eye Thursday where I'm going to ask everyone to, share an intuitive nudge that they've received during the week, and I'll share my own. And then Saturdays, I'm going to try and have a soul self Saturday where, just talking about how you can better connect with your soul self, just little things that you can do on a regular daily basis to kind of reconnect and get in touch with you and your soul and kind of disconnect with the world around you so you can get to know yourself a little bit better. But one thing at a time. That's just what I've been working on over the past few days. Hello, Vange. How are you? So yes, I'm getting back into the groove of things. I'm going to be back more often. I did disappear for a little bit, but I am okay. And I'm going to come back better than ever. All right. Got my water, got my crystals, got my cards. Ready. Okay. So what we're going to do first is a couple cards for the collective, and then I will do some individual card pulls. If you want more than one card, I am going to require it be a donation-based kind of thing. So if you'd like more than one card reading, I'm going to go ahead and put the information in the comments. And if you want 2 or more cards, it'll just have to be donation-based, and then that'll put you at the front of the list. Let me go ahead and paste. But the 1 card draws are totally free tonight, guys. Okay, send. Let's see if that'll go through. Let me know if you guys can see it on your end. All right. There we go. Okay. So, our first card for the collective. Okay. Our first card for the collective this evening is going to come from the Keepers of the Light Oracle. And let's see what our guides have for us. What does the collective need to know this evening? And can all of you hear the music? Is the music okay? Too loud, too quiet? Let me know. What does the collective need to hear this evening? Ooh. Love this. Okay. So the first card for the collective is Saint Germain, Karma Releasing. And what this says, I don't know if you guys can read it, so I'll read it for you. It says, move beyond karma, create your own path, and make room for good energy. And honestly, I think this is so important at all times, but this is really a confirmation from our guides that we are moving into this kind of new era, new environment where there's, there's an awakening and there's more, people are more spiritually conscious. And those, how do I put it? Those energetic cords, those karmic connections that have been are now releasing. We've, gone through that cycle of karma. Everything has gone full circle, done what it's needed to do. And it's now, releasing for us to make new connections, new energetic cords, new ties. Does that make sense, guys? I know it's kind of weird. It's hard to explain. But the point is we're moving forward and releasing that which is no longer for us. Releasing these cords that are no longer serving because they've done their purpose. We've grown in a way that we want to and are now shifting into this new chapter. So I hope that makes sense. But that is our first card. Again, that is Saint Germain, Karma Releasing. Does that make sense for you all? If you have questions, please feel free to ask. I know sometimes I explain things and it goes over people's heads sometimes, or it doesn't make sense. So please feel free to ask. I have no problem trying to explain it further. You guys know me. Sometimes it makes sense perfectly, and sometimes it's a little woo for some people. But long story short, that which is no longer us is being released. We are creating new energetic cords, new patterns of behavior, and just going into this next chapter fully refreshed, essentially. Kind of brand new, sort of. All right. Let's see. Okay. If anyone would like an individual card, please let me know. Like I said, the one card readings are going to be free this evening. Anything more than one card is going to be donation based. So let me go ahead and change the banner. And then I will do another card for the collective. Okay. The next card for the collective this evening is coming from the Work Your Light Oracle. Absolutely, Sheila. I will put you on the list. And Vange. All right, let's see. What else does the collective need to hear this evening? All right, I love this card. It's one of my favorites. It is Imrama, and that is the Celtic word for journey of the soul. So it really comes down to, where are you being called to journey right now? Where is your soul calling you to go? Where are you being pulled, right? A lot of times we get very caught up in the day-to-day grind of human existence, and well, we have to work and take care of our families and do X, Y, and Z errands and whatever, and we get kind of on that hamster wheel, and we stop listening to our intuition, to our soul, to our guides, and we get really stuck. But what this card in particular is calling us to do is to reconnect with our soul selves and really listen to where our soul is guiding us. What truly lights you up? What makes you happy? What makes you excited? What makes your heart sing? And whatever that is, it's time to start following that. Okay? It's time to really listen and go where your soul is leading, because like I said, we've been kind of stuck for a while, right? And especially as a collective, we have kind of gotten away from doing what is best for the collective as a whole, the greatest good of all, and have gotten really wrapped up in material things. And it's time to go back to really looking at what is for the highest good of all, and follow that, and follow what is making our souls and our heart happy. So again, the word is Imrama, and it means the journey of the soul. And that is our second card for the collective. Hello, Angelique. Nicole, absolutely. I will gladly add you to the list. Hi, Tangela. How are you? Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what decks I have. First up on my list is Sheila, then Vange, then I have Nicole. And if anybody else would like a one-card reading, like I said, the individual one-card readings tonight, I'm going to go ahead and do for free. But if you want 2 or more cards, it is donation-based. So please look in the comments and in the description for the video, and the PayPal information is there. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Tangela. I will add you to the list, and Angelique, you as well. Okay. All right, so the decks that I have the Halloween Oracle. I know it's past Halloween, but it's my favorite, and I think it's a beautiful deck, so I will be using it year-round. Then I have the Super Attractor deck, which is more geared towards manifesting whatever it is you desire into your life. The Keeper's Oracle, the Angels and Ancestors, the Work Your Light Oracle, and the Archangel Gabriel Oracle. So if you have a preference on decks, please let me know. If you don't have a preference, I'll just pick from whatever I'm feeling drawn to. And Sheila said she would like me to pick, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for her. And go from there. All right. Sheila. Okay. Sheila, for you this evening, my dear, we're going to go with the Super Attractor deck, which, like I said, is geared towards manifesting whatever it is that you desire into your life. And it's more about conscious manifestation because we're constantly manifesting. It's really, it's a constant thing. It's a very subconscious activity. But when you are conscious about it, it kind of makes things move a little faster in certain situations. I hope that makes sense for you guys. It's hard to explain sometimes. The 21, no, not 21, 12 universal laws. I just had a little dyslexia there for a second. Sorry. The 12 universal laws are very interesting. I highly recommend that everyone look into them. But the law of attraction is really what we're talking about when we talk about manifestation. And it's whatever energy you're putting out there is exactly the energy that you're going to receive back. Okay. Sheila. Okay. All right, Sheila. Hello, Amanda. And hello, Tay Tay. Yes, absolutely. I'll add you to the list. Okay. Tay Tay. I like your name. It's fun. Okay. Ooh, Amanda, I'm on TV again. All right. All right, Amanda, I added you and Tony as well. Okay. So back to this. Sheila, my dear, who I absolutely adore, by the way. Your card, I'm going to go ahead and show you. I don't know if you can read it, but it says, when I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally, support will surround me, and movements will form. And this is something that you're definitely already aware of. But before I get into that, while I was shuffling, I don't know if you have love on your mind right now, but the word love kept coming up. And I'm supposed to remind you to focus on loving yourself right now and showing yourself what true love really is and what it really means by starting with true self-love. So that was just coming up while I was shuffling, and I wanted to tell you that. And I think that was very important because otherwise it wouldn't have come in so strongly. But anyways, in regards to your card, as well as self-love, you need to make your own happiness a priority, right? Because I feel like you focus a lot of your attention on helping others and making sure that the people that you care about are happy and well cared for and are moving smoothly through life, or as smoothly as they can, in whatever way that you can help them to move more smoothly. Does that make sense? Basically, you're constantly helping everyone else and not really focusing on yourself. And I'm feeling like you're being neglected. Like mentally, emotionally, physically, you're neglecting yourself and your own happiness and not putting yourself as a priority. And it's time for you to stop doing that. It's beautiful that you care so much about the people around you. It's beautiful that you want to help everyone and show them how much you love and care for them. But it's time to turn that around on yourself and show yourself how much you love and care for yourself before others. And I think once you start really focusing on what makes you happy and what brings you true joy and lights you up and excites you, everything else is going to start falling into place around you. The aspects of your life that aren't necessarily in accordance with your ideal vision of what your life is supposed to look like right now, they will start to mirror that ideal image once you start to put yourself first and put yourself as a priority. So that is what I'm getting for you right now, my dear. And it's a lot. I'm feeling a lot of tension, like right in the heart chakra. So I would definitely say consider some affirmations and self-love mantras, and really just taking time for yourself and determining what does actually bring you joy. So again, that is your card. I hope that makes sense, my love. It is, when I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally, support will surround me, and movements will form. Okay, drinking some water. I hope that resonates, Sheila. And just a reminder for everybody, the comments are a little bit delayed. So from the time you leave a comment till the time I see it, it's about 5 to 10 second delay. It really just depends on how Facebook is feeling. So I'm not ignoring you, I promise. It just hasn't popped up yet. So I will respond as soon as I see it. And while I'm doing readings, I don't actually look at the comments because I don't want it to subconsciously affect anything I'm receiving. So I normally don't look at the comments until after I've received and read whatever it is I need to read. Okay. Perfect, Sheila. I'm glad that that makes sense. And thank you. I try. And really, it's not me. It's spirit, source, guides, angels, whatever you choose to believe in. But that universal energy is what I receive from. So it's all them. Okay. Next on my list is Vange. Vange, do you have a preference on which deck you would like me to use? Or would you like me to just pull from whatever I'm feeling drawn towards? Let me know. Okay. Just reviewing the comments, guys, to make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, Vange, Ancestors deck. Absolutely. It's one of my favorites. All right. What does Vange need to hear this evening? All right, my dear. Your card is the Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Which I think you're already very much aware that this is what you need to be doing right now. You're someone that gets very excited about all of the adventures and beautiful things in life and ideas that come to. You're very creative and really easily excitable is the only way I know how to express that. And that's not a bad thing. It is wonderful that you are able to find so much joy in your creativity and in all of the ideas that come from that. But right now it's time for you to focus on a specific creative endeavor. Because I feel like you have all these ideas and you're kind of all over the place. Like you want to do everything. And it's not that any of them are bad ideas. They're all really good ideas. And whatever you choose to focus on is going to make you successful. It's going to be a successful endeavor. But it's time for you to put all of your attention into the one that most excites you and put the others on hold for now until it's time. Yeah, what I'm getting for you right now is that it's not time to have multiple avenues. It's time to focus on the one, get it running smoothly, and then go from there. So I'm not sure what other ideas you have going or all these, creative endeavors, but it's time for you to decide on one, pick it, focus on it, and be successful in that endeavor before bringing in your other ideas and kind of adding one at a time. So I hope that makes sense. But what I'm getting is your success is inevitable. So it will come. There is no stopping it, but you have to put in the time and the focus first. So I hope that makes sense. That is your card. Again, it is the Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Yeah, they're very intent on your success is inevitable, but you need to sit down and focus on one area first before venturing into all the other. Which is really cool. That's so exciting. I love how they said that. Your success is inevitable. Okay. Glad that that's true. And yeah, I understand. I'm also a creative person and have a tendency to be all over the place, so I get it. Hello, Nola. How are you? Okay. Hi, Rach. All right. So glad that makes sense, Vange. Glad that resonates. It's time to buckle down and focus on one area, whatever most excites you, and get at it, girl. Just remember that when it gets hard, when it gets frustrating, your success is inevitable. It is coming. You just have to put in the time and effort. Okay. Next is Nicole. All right. And Nicole, if I'm not mistaken, you said to pick for you, right? I think. Let me go back through the comments. Yes, you did. Okay. Rach, am I doing donation readings? So 1 card individual readings tonight I'm doing for free. And then if you want 2 or more cards, it is donation based. And the PayPal information is in the comments and also in the video description. Okay. Nicole, are you here, Nicole? Let's see, Nicole. Okay. Okay, there's your comment. Yes, you are here. All right, so your card is coming from the Archangel Gabriel deck. What is, hold on. Okay, Rachel, I'll add you to the list. Yeah, I've had more energy today, Rach, than I've had in a while. I still slept in a bit today, but once I woke up, I was like ready to conquer the world. Okay, Nicole. What does Nicole need to hear this evening? It's interesting. Okay, Nicole. So this is just a disclaimer that I give to everyone, especially when it's my first time reading for them. I do not know your life story. I'm not that kind of psychic. I can't tell you like what color shirt you're wearing or anything like that. So I don't know the details of your life unless you share them with me, but I can give you whatever it is I receive from source, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And then the cards are just kind of a tool to help that communication. So the card for you, my dear, is media. And what it says is you can reach more people by working with video, audio, print, and online media. And I'm not sure what it is that you do for work right now. or if you have like a creative side business or anything like that. But what I'm getting for you is networking and connecting with others and shamelessly kind of promoting yourself and your skills. So I don't know if you're looking for a different job or what your career is right now, like I said, or if you have something going on the side. But it's time to really shamelessly promote yourself, put yourself out there, let everyone know, like, these are my skills. I'm freaking awesome. And this is what I've got going on. And if you are happy currently within your workplace, I definitely say now is the time to consider like a promotion, is what I'm getting, like more. Like it's time for you to step more and really be like, yes, I'm awesome. I know what I'm doing. And, you know, these are my skills. And really share that and like embrace it, like embrace your power and your skills and your abilities and kind of, like I said, network with others to continue your own growth. Um, and just share more is really what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. I don't know how else to explain that except to shamelessly promote yourself in all aspects of your life. Um, and I don't know, like I said, if you have like a creative side business, but I'm kind of feeling that. And if you don't, maybe you should. But anywho, sorry, before I like get off on a whole nother. So that's your card. I hope that makes sense. Again, it is media. And it's time to start really shamelessly promoting yourself, sharing your skills, your capabilities, how awesome you are. If you're happy in whatever career field you're in right now, it would be a good time to look at promotions or different leadership positions. If you have a creative side endeavor, now is the time to really start marketing yourself and sharing that and kind of just embracing your power and your awesomeness and your capabilities. So again, that is your card. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like, this is going to sound really silly. So what I'm seeing is you like stepping up and basically kind of announcing like that you're this boss bitch, that you're awesome. And there's like all these like, in like Disney movies and stuff when it's like sparkly and shiny around someone, that's what I'm seeing. And I know it's really silly, but that's how they're communicating that. So it's time for you to really step up and just show the world how awesome you are at what you do. So I hope that makes sense, Nicole. I don't know if any of you have watched what's the show? It's a Disney show and it's like Star something, but it's like this girl from a magical world and she has this like magic wand and there's like crazy unicorns and all sorts of stuff that like fly out of it, and I just keep thinking of that right now. My bad. Okay. Anywho. All right. Not hearing from Nicole, so I'm not sure if she's still here or not. But okay, next on my list is Tangela. Awesome. Okay, I'm glad that it's perfect. I'm glad that that makes sense and that it resonates because that's really what I'm seeing. And like I said, I don't know the details, but it looks really exciting, and that's really what I'm seeing for you right now. All right, Tangela. Tangela also said, excuse me, to have me pick whatever I'm feeling drawn towards. I think. Let me double check. Okay, yes. All right. I wish these comments weren't so delayed. It makes things kind of awkward. It's okay though. All right, Tangela. Okay, Tangela, for you, we're going with the angels and ancestors. Sorry, one second. Okay. Tangela. What does Tangela need to hear this evening? Okay. Tangela, your card is the Sage. I don't know if you can read that, but it says be devoted and committed. And what I'm receiving for that is I don't know if you have been going back and forth on a decision lately or a different path in life. But what I'm seeing is you in front of multiple paths, like multiple options. And it's like you step down one, but then you back up. You're like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the right one. I think it's the right one, but I don't really know. Let me take a step down over here. And you're in this perpetual pattern of I'm going to start, but then back up. And it is definitely time for you to pick a path and be committed to that path. Trust yourself. You're having a lot of self-doubt. And I want to say it's based on past experiences. Like you feel like you can't trust your own judgment. You're not sure what's best for you moving forward. And you really have to cast that doubt aside and trust yourself, trust your own inner knowing and your intuition, and know that you know what's best for you. But you're doubting yourself and going back and forth is what's tripping you up. So it's time for you to pick a path, trust yourself, and go. Just keep going forward and know that whatever decision you make for yourself is the right decision. You just have to trust it. And really be committed to that path and devoted to yourself and your own inner knowing and your own guidance. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you're able to pick the path that feels right. But that is your card. It is the Sage. Be devoted and committed. You are so welcome. Robin, absolutely. I will add you to the list. Okay. All right. Next on my list is Angelique. Are you still here, Angelique? I know you are. I don't know why I'm asking. You're one of the people that I always know that you're there. All right. Let's see. Angelique, do you have a preference on deck, or do you just want me to pick whatever I'm feeling drawn towards? I'm going to check the comments really quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Amanda, yeah, my cup actually, it says sassy, classy, and a bit smart assy. because, that's kind of me in a nutshell. All right, Angelique. All right, Angelique, we're going with the Halloween deck. What does Angelique need to hear this evening? Okay. Angelique, my dear, your card is the Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. And that's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you anyways. You are doing a lot of releasing and growing and changing in your current circumstances. You are in this, you're transitioning into this next chapter of who you are, this next chapter of yourself, and letting go of a lot that no longer serves you. And you're starting to figure out what that really means. And you know that doesn't mean just because it's hard that it's not for you. Okay? Just because something is hard doesn't mean that you let it go and really ignore it, because you are meant to grow through that experience. Just because it is uncomfortable doesn't mean that you push it away. Okay? Hold on. Pausing. Comments. Okay, Rach, you are, so right now I have Angelique, then I have Tay, then Amanda, then Tony, and then you, and then I have Robin right after Rachel. Hello, Heather, how are you? Okay, so Angelique, you're releasing all these things, you're figuring out that just because it's hard or uncomfortable doesn't mean that it's not for you, but it's meant for you to grow through and to continue really becoming who you are, okay? So you're figuring all of this out right now. You're releasing what no longer serves you, really discovering what it is that no longer serves you and who no longer serves you. I want to say without going full hermit mode. So without completely cutting everything and everyone off, because you have a habit of doing that. So it's time to really take all that you've learned and are continuing to learn and experience and continue to grow from it. This is really a confirmation for you, I think, that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and to continue to create the life that you dream of or have been dreaming of through what you're letting go, through the pruning process. So funny, they brought that up last time that I did a reading for you too. I want you to know I didn't even know what pruning was. I learned that evening, which I thought was hilarious. But it's time to really embrace it and, continue to go this pruning process through getting rid of all the dead leaves and the things that are no longer serving you, and continue to work towards this dream life and creating it. Okay. So I'm supposed to tell you that to embrace the hardships and quit being stubborn. I don't know what specifically they're referring to, but embrace the situation and continue to grow through it. Use it to fuel your expansion and your growth. Don't hide from it. Don't fight it. Just because things aren't going exactly how you want doesn't mean that it's wrong or that it's toxic or that it is not for you. Okay. They're very adamant about the quit being stubborn part. So I don't know what they're referring to, but quit being stubborn. And really continue to do the work that you've been doing, continue, growing into this next newer version of yourself. So I hope all that makes sense. It was always interesting with you. Your ancestors are a handful. But again, it is the Skull of Flowers and creating through the ashes. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. I don't know what specific situation they are referring to. I'm sure you already know. But quit being stubborn and embrace it. I'm not sure. I don't know. Apparently, you're being particularly hard-headed at this time. Like more so than normal. But we can talk about that privately if you would like. All right, Tay. You're very welcome, Angelique. I'm glad that makes sense. Okay, Tay. What does Tay need to hear? Okay. Tay, your card this evening is coming from the Keepers of the Light deck. Okay. Tay. What does Tay need to hear? Okay. So I'm going to completely butcher this name and I apologize. But it is Dwalkul. Okay. I don't want to butcher it again, but it's Dharma unfolding. And really what it says is remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So what I'm receiving for you is that quit trying to micromanage the universe. You cannot control everything. You cannot make everything happen the way you want to happen when you want it to happen. You can't rush everything. You can't just snap your fingers and it's going to be magically exactly how you want it when you want it. But additionally, you can't force it. Like, yes, you want to work towards your goals and your dreams and put in the effort, put in the time, but you can't make anything happen any faster by burning yourself out. So I'm not sure what specifically it is that you're working towards or, this ideal image of your life that you're trying to create, but you cannot micromanage the universe. You can't make it happen in your time. Everything is unfolding exactly as it is meant to, when it is meant to, in divine timing. And as human beings, we get we get very wrapped up in what we want our lives to look like and exactly, how we're going to get there. And this is the plan, and everything has to work according to this plan. And we kind of forget that the universe doesn't work that way. And, we can be as much of a control freak about it as we want, but there's really no controlling it. You can only control yourself and your reactions and how you move through life. You can't necessarily control everything else. Okay. And I'm supposed to tell you, don't rush. Enjoy where you're at right now. Enjoy who you are right now, and look at how far you've come. So there's a lot of emphasis on look how far you've come and who you are now and where you're at. It's not always about your ideal destination. So really focus on who you are now and the growth that you've accomplished to get where you're at. And just take it one step at a time. Enjoy each step of the process. And don't burn yourself out. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates, Tay. Yeah, it's very much enjoy who you are now, enjoy where you're at, and know that you've come so far. So, yep, that is your card. Again, Dharma unfolding. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. That was a lot. They're very serious about you enjoying every step of the process and who you are and where you're at, and stop trying to micromanage the universe. All right. Yeah. Okay, so I have Amanda and Tony, then I have Rachel, and then I have Robin. Patsy, yes, I can add you to the list. Okay. And I think Patsy will be my last person. So I'm going to go ahead and change the banner. Just to say that I'm doing one card readings and I'm no longer taking requests. Okay. Amanda. Okay. Amanda, your card is coming from the Angels and Ancestors. I just remembered the name of that show. It's Star versus the Forces of Evil. That's what it is. If you haven't watched it, it's on Disney Plus, and it is really cute and absolutely hilarious. I don't know why it just came to me. If you were on earlier, you know why I just kind of went on to that. I couldn't think of the name earlier, but I remembered it now. All right, Amanda. What does Amanda need to hear right now? No. I already pulled this card. That's so funny. Okay. So Amanda, your card was also the Sage, be devoted and committed. but it's not the same message for you. What I'm receiving for you is not necessarily that it has nothing to do with the path that you're currently on. I think you've already made a choice on your life path. You've already figured that out. What I'm receiving for you is don't rush. You are already devoted and committed and ready to take on the world and, just jumping in head first, ready for everything. But for you, it's don't rush the devotion, don't rush the commitment, don't rush into it, and to take your time. Yeah. I'm getting take your time, be careful, and watch your step. So I'm not sure what that's in reference to specifically. I'm feeling and I'm receiving that it's in relation to a person, to a relationship, to not rush, to take your time and, one step at a time. Not to tell you what to do with your life, but that's what I'm receiving. So you are fully devoted and committed and you've jumped in head first, but slow down, take your time, one step at a time. Don't rush is really the basic gist of the message. So I hope that makes sense. That is the Sage. Be devoted and committed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of watch your step. So that's that card. And then Tony. My argument from last night. Okay, well, I'm glad that makes sense. I'm glad that resonates with you. I'm not gonna lie, I felt kind of weird because I don't want to tell anybody what to do with their life. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to, tell you what decisions to make or how you should do things. I'm just here to relay the message. And they were very adamant about slow down, watch your step, take your time. You're moving too fast. So yeah, so uncomfortable. Um, but apparently that was really important. Otherwise, it wouldn't have come through, especially not the way that it did, because it was very serious. And you know me, I'm not about that serious life. I'm just like, everything's good. I'm going with the flow. No, they were like, it was serious. That was a lot. It made me very tense. So, all right, Tony. Tony, what is your last name? First and last name, my friend. Okay. Antonio Giorgi. Okay. It just helps me connect, especially since it's through Facebook. It helps to know first and last name since it's not his Facebook account. Okay. Antonio. What does Tony need to hear? Okay. Tony, your card's coming from the Archangel Gabriel deck. Okay. So, Tony, your card is creative expression, and it says God's divine creativity is expressed through your actions. And so, what I am receiving through this, I don't know if you are artistic at all, or you write maybe, or used to, and not so much anymore. It's like something you used to enjoy, something creative that you used to do a lot, but now you don't. But it's time to start picking up a creative activity again, whatever it is that you used to really enjoy. Um, whether you're awesome at it or not, doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be something that, you turn into a financial, like a business or anything. It's nothing that, you need to be like, oh, I'm going to do this creative thing and sell it for money, because that's not the point. A lot of people think that if they're not good enough to like sell their art or their writing or whatever, that they just shouldn't do it. And that's not the case. But for you, I'm feeling that it's something you used to do a lot. I don't know what particularly, but it's time to pick up that creative activity again, and really use it to express yourself fully. Because I'm feeling like you're a very complex person and being, and you're typically very open about, what you think and your opinions and everything like that. But there's more to you that's not being expressed fully, that you aren't letting out. And it's not that it needs to be expressed to the rest of the world, but specifically for you, for yourself, just to let it out. So yeah, I don't know if you draw or you write. I'm feeling like it's one of those two things. Or maybe you play an instrument. It's one of those. But I know that's like, those are all creative things. Who knows? But it's time for you to pick up that habit again, pick up that activity, and start to truly express yourself, solely for yourself, to really face your emotions, to really kind of process past experiences and past traumas, and kind of really reconnect with your soul self. So that's your card. I hope that makes sense. Again, it is creative expression. So whether you draw, write, play an instrument, whatever, it's time for you to get back into that creative activity to really express yourself and face yourself. It's been in the midst of one to trade Taiwanese. We'll have to feel like and keep up with credentials. Maybe doing more lately, and they are pretty good. I'm not sure what specifically it is, Amanda. So if that's what he thinks it is, then I would say sure. But the only person who knows is him. He has to really connect with himself and figure out, whatever creative activity it was that he truly enjoyed and stepped away from, that allowed him that Tony, that allowed you that expression of your emotions and allowed you to really face, I don't want to say like your inner demons, but that's the only term I can think of right now, that really allows you to face your shadow self and your shadow side and the things that you keep from the rest of the world, in order for you to really just express them to yourself and work through whatever it is that you need to work through. But it's time to start doing that again. So I hope that makes sense. Yes, Amanda, to keep them tamed. That's one way of looking at it. Okay. All right, Rach, it is your turn, my friend. Do you want me to show you the decks that I have, or do you want me to just go with whatever I'm feeling drawn towards? Let me know. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I was going to go with the Work Your Light, but I'm not. I'm going to go with the Keepers of the Light for you. Okay. Rach, do you want to message me your question via Messenger that I can make sure that I got it? In the meantime, I'm going to drink more water. Okay. Rachel is then Patsy. Okay, Rach, sounds good. What does Rachel need to hear? What is the answer for Rachel's question? All right, Rachel. So your card is the Master Buddha, Increased Awareness. And it says, deep connection and trust your inner voice. Basic, just quit questioning yourself. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You know what the best path for you is. Why are you questioning yourself? Why are you questioning your own judgment? Why are you questioning your inner voice, your intuition, your higher self? You know the answers. I'm just so you know that meme where the girl's kind of just like, that's what I'm getting for you. So I don't know what your specific question was, but they're telling you already know the answer. and you're just doubting yourself, and you're not trusting your own intuition and your own judgment. And that's just silly, because you are so in tune and so connected and just brilliant that why are you questioning yourself? So trust yourself that you know the right decision, you know the right path, you know what is best for you and your life. You know what you're supposed to be doing, so stop it. Like my intuition is telling me to wait on dating, but I'm like small silly dates, but I feel like it may not be the best move. So if your intuition is telling you to wait, then I don't know, maybe you should wait. And if you feel like it may not be the best move, then why aren't you trusting your gut? Why aren't you trusting your intuition? Why are you doubting yourself? That's silly. You know the answer. You knew the answer before you asked. Again, that face where there's like that one. I cannot. I feel like this happens a lot. It's like you already know the answer. You know exactly what you're supposed to do, but it's not what you want. So you're like, well, let me just ask anyways. Let me just see if they give me a different answer. But you already know the answer, so stop it. They're not going to give you a different answer. That's what you want. You know that. Silly girl. You know I love you. But I'm shaking my head at you. All right. Next up is Robin. Robin, are you still here, my dear? Okay. Rach, we can talk more about this in a little bit. Robin, all right. Robin, for you, I'm going to go with the Super Attractor deck, which is really about manifesting whatever it is that you desire into your life, more conscious manifesting. Conscious manifestation. There we go. Robin. And just a reminder for everyone, the comments are a little bit delayed. Facebook is slow, so from the time you comment until I actually see it is like 5 to 10 second delay. So I'm not ignoring you. It didn't disappear. I just haven't seen it yet. So as soon as it pops up, I will respond. It's just slow because, you know, Facebook's not the best, but it's okay. All right. Robin Fisher. What does Robin need to hear this evening? Ooh, okay. Back to okay. So your card, I don't know if you can see it, but it says, when I'm tuned in to the energy of abundance, I become abundant. And I've said this many a time, and I will say it over and over again until I am blue in the face. There is infinite abundance out there for everyone. You just have to reach out and grab it. Taking what is meant for you or the abundance that you desire is not taking away from anybody else. So that's just your daily reminder of that. What I'm receiving for you, though, is that you want more out of life. I don't know how else to put that. You really desire more out of life, more happiness, more success, more monetary gain, more everything. And not out of like being greedy, but out of the desire to provide provide a happy and healthy home and just a good life for the people that you care about and for yourself. And that doesn't make you greedy, okay? So I just disclaimer, putting that out there for everyone. You are allowed to want all of the things. That does not make you greedy. Okay. Now, if you're wanting like everything that everyone else has, then that's a whole nother conversation. But that's not what I'm receiving from this. For you, Robin, I am supposed to remind you again that it is okay to want more. It is okay to want better. That doesn't make you a bad person. And trust that everything is unfolding as it should. And what is meant for you will come to you, but you must be open to it and put the energy out there of being open to what it is that you desire, okay? Because when we're like, okay, I'm just waiting, I'm going to wait for the universe to provide, I'm going to wait for everything to happen, we're putting out that energy of waiting, and we're getting that in return, and the universe is waiting too, okay? But if we're putting out, look, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, working towards whatever. I'm open to abundance. I'm open to prosperity. I'm open to any blessings that the universe wants to give. Then the universe is also responding with that energy of being open to give those blessings and that prosperity and that abundance and everything that it is that you desire. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm receiving. So it is okay to want more. It is okay to want to provide more for those that you care about and that you love, but it is also okay to want more for yourself. That doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you greedy. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's infinite abundance out there. Just because you receive more does not mean that you're taking away from anyone else out there, or that you are any more or less deserving than somebody else. So I hope that makes sense. It's really basic, just about changing that mindset and the energy that you're putting out to the universe for those blessings of abundance and prosperity and growth and really anything that you desire. And really just being open to it and continuing to move forward and not putting out that energy of waiting for things to happen. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. So again, your card is, when I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. I hope that makes sense, Robin. I hope that resonates. I hope you understand. Oops. There we go. Are you still with me? Okay, awesome. I'm going to assume that perfect means that you understand and that it resonates and it makes sense. All right, next up is Patsy. Patsy, are you still here? And Patsy, do you have a specific preference on which deck, or would you like me to just pull from whatever I'm feeling drawn to? I can show you the decks again. Just let me know. Okay. All right, Patsy. Patsy, your card is coming from the Archangel Gabriel deck. All right, Patsy. So your card is authenticity. And I'm not sure if you can read that bottom part, but it says, trust that your real self, whom God created, divinely perfect, has the strength and knowledge needed for this situation. So give me a second. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that there's some kind of conflict or confrontation that has happened or needs to happen, and because it needs to, will happen soon. With someone close that you care about, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it's anything super serious. But there's definitely some tension and a little bit of animosity based off of something that's happened recently. And it has a lot to do with this other individual or individuals. Is it one person or more? I can't tell if it's one or more people, but I'm feeling very strongly it's at least one person that is close to you that you care about. Like they're going through their own struggle right now, and they're having a very hard time. But their behavior recently has been less than pleasant, kind of abrasive, defensive. There's just a lot going on there. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with that particular person. But what I'm supposed to tell you is to trust yourself in this situation and know that you're not overreacting. When this does come up, whatever, if the confrontation hasn't already happened, it will soon. To hold space for this person and know that, they are going through their own shit. And their behavior towards you doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you. It's really them, and just hold space for them, and maintain your boundaries, but know that they're going to try and push your boundaries. They're going to try and essentially get one over on you. Do you have someone close to you that's maybe an addict or an alcoholic of some sort? Because those are kind of the vibes that I'm getting. It's like you really care about this person and you want to help them and you love them, but they're going through it right now. And that's just the vibes that I'm getting from that. So if you haven't already gotten into an argument or a confrontation with them about this situation, it's going to happen soon. Continue to hold space for them and love them and support them, but maintain your boundaries. Don't let them walk all over you. Don't let them turn it around on you. You know who you are. You know that you're a loving person. You know that you're doing the best you can in this situation, to support without enabling. And you really have to trust yourself that you're doing what's right, to help this person in the best way you can without hurting yourself. You have the strength to get through this, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be hard. Just trust your own judgment and trust yourself, because it's going to work itself out. It's going to be okay. It's not going to be easy. It's going to continue to be difficult and uncomfortable. And standing your ground is going to be hard. But you're going to be okay. I don't know about this person particularly, but I'm definitely getting either drug addict or addict of some kind, alcoholic maybe, but they're like deep in it. I don't know if they ask you for money a lot or if they ask you for things, or they kind of take advantage of you or have been trying to. And if that's the case, it's time to put your foot down. Yeah, really stand in your boundaries. Know that you are strong enough to get through this and it is going to be okay. Don't let them walk all over you. Your guides and angels are with you, trying to support you. Not trying, I mean, they are supporting you. You're not alone. And try not to take the words that this person is saying personally. If they lash out, if they kind of attack you verbally, they won't attack you physically, but verbally is definitely a possibility. And know that it's not personal. It's not anything to do with you. It is them and their own inner traumas and demons and what they need to face and work through. But you're going to be okay and it's going to be okay. So yeah, just stand firm in who you are and your boundaries, and know that you are there supporting and being as loving as you can without enabling them. And just because you're not going to cave and you're not going to give in, that doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't mean that you're abandoning them or that you're not helping them, but you have to stand firm. So, yeah, that was a lot. I hope that all made sense. I hope that resonates, but that's really what I'm receiving from this right now. Very intense. So again, your card is authenticity. And it says, trust that your real self, whom God created divinely perfect, has the strength and knowledge needed for this situation. Yeah, that's a lot. I hope that you're able to work through it and figure it out. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Just let me know. Okay. All right. So Patsy was our last reading for the evening. Patsy, if you could just leave me a comment, let me know if that makes sense, if that resonates. Just so I know that you heard the whole message, that everything is good to go. All right. Okay, awesome. You're very welcome, and good luck. And that is it for the evening. I'm going to go ahead and change our banner. Actually, I'm just going to kind of turn it off. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Okay. Awesome. All right. So that is it for this evening, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I feel like it honestly is a blessing for me to be able to do this. I hope that, all your messages resonated. And oh, hold on. Oh, thanks, Kevin. I love you too. We'll have to catch up soon. But anyways, again, thank you guys for letting me read for you. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out with me. I feel like it really is a blessing to be able to read for you guys and, receive these messages and share them with you. I look forward to seeing you guys on our next live. Again, if you're watching, don't forget to comment #replay if you have any questions about any of the cards that have been pulled, or any of the messages that have come through. Please feel free to reach out. You can leave a comment. If it's anything more personal, feel free to message me privately via the Soul Searchers Facebook page. And I will see you all next time. Talk to you later. Bye.